Good evening. This is Akashvani Kohima. I am Nyusietho with evening news. The headlines. 2 men from Nagaland assaulted in Ahmedabad. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio laments incident as disturbing. Lok Sabha MP Tokheho Yepthomi pushes for boosting operations of state departments. Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change and Village Guards C.L. John calls for cooperation between village communities and department. An advisor Z. Nyusietho Nyuthe emphasizes on need for students to change outlook towards disaster. Now the news in detail. 2 men from Nagaland were assaulted by a group of persons on June 4 late night for selling non-vegetarian and northeastern food at Puri area in Ahmedabad. An FIR was lodged against the group on Monday at the Solar police station in Ahmedabad on charges of causing voluntary hurt, using dangerous weapons and criminal intimidation, among others. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio said the incident was disturbing. He said one should respect each other's cultural identity and food choices and urged all to live up to the ideal of unity in diversity. Minister for Tourism and Higher Education, Temchen Imnalong, has expressed pain over the recent hate crime against the 2 men. He appealed all to spread love and compassion, not hate and hostility. Leader of NPF Legislative Party, Kozuluzo Azo, condemned the assault on the 2 Nagas at the Prime Minister's home turf in the highest manner. He called for the culprits to be punished without any further delay, as per the law, without any favoritism. Lok Sabha MP Tokheho Yepthomi has pushed for boosting the operations of departments in the state. Addressing a meeting of the Development Coordination and Monitoring Committee, DISHA, at Beren District today, Yepthomi said working systems in the state sometimes need to correct and improve. Apprising the meeting on the utilization of sanctioned money for the centrally sponsored schemes, he reiterated the need for active and honest implementation of the schemes. The MP advised the Food and Civil Supplies Department to disseminate proper guidelines to agencies concerned and also encouraged the Agriculture Department to cultivate and adopt good farming methods. Meanwhile, the Agri Department informed that it was working to connect with different agencies for promotion of locally produced items. Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change and Village Guards C.L. John has called for cooperation between village communities and the Department for Development. He was speaking today at the inauguration of Darukunyu Village Gate, which was funded under Entry Point Activity by the Nagaland Forest Management Project NFMP, assisted by the Japan International Cooperation Agency. The minister commended the village for judiciously using the fund to construct the gate. Owing to its strategic location, Zeminu district is the gateway for development of other districts, the minister said, and urged the village community to continue their good work and set an example for others. The event was attended by various officials, including Project Director, AFNP, NFMP Temchen Yapang, State Conservator of Forest STC, Zthanglo, village council members and representatives from the neighboring villages. Advisor for Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority, NSTMA, Z. Nyusietho Nyuthe, has emphasized on the need for students to change their outlook towards disaster. He said students must be equipped with in-depth knowledge on how to overcome the obstacles. He was speaking at a conference on emergency management and disaster preparedness organized by NSTMA in collaboration with the Kikwema Students' Union at Kikwema Village. The advisor challenged the students to discern the way of life in relation to its impact on environment. Joint Chief Executive Officer NSTMA, Johnny Ryongmei, stressed that colleges and schools must have a subject on emergency management and disaster preparedness. He said one should invest in resilience and preparedness for natural calamities, as disaster is not a matter of if, but when. The conference was held as part of the year-long celebration of the 75th anniversary of Kikwema Students' Union. Around 500 students from Loyola Higher Secondary School, Jakama, and Jafu Christian College, Kikwema, attended the conference. This news comes to you from Akashvani, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Today is World Food Safety Day. The day is observed every year to draw attention and inspire action to help prevent, detect and manage foodborne risks, human health, economic prosperity, agriculture and sustainable development. The day also provides an opportunity to strengthen efforts to ensure that the food we eat is safe, mainstream food safety in the public agenda, and reduce the burden of foodborne diseases globally. This year, the theme of World Food Safety Day is Food Standards Save Lives. On the occasion, Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya released the 5th State Food Safety Index in New Delhi today. He said wellness can be achieved through healthy food. Dr. Mandaviya said that 100 healthy food streets will be developed across the country, sponsored by the government. Nagaland joined the rest of the world to observe World Food Safety Day today. At a program held by the Food Safety Authority, Department of Health and Family Welfare in the state capital today, special guest, State Commissioner of Food Safety, Commissioner and Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, Y. Kikedo Sema said that the event intends to draw attention to and inspire action towards preventing, detecting and mitigating foodborne risks. He said there is no food security without food safety. Sema noted food safety has a direct impact on health as well as on economies and livelihood. He lamented the inflow of adulterated, substandard products into Nagaland and assured that massive and effective monitoring of food products in markets, schools and restaurants within the state will be carried out at the earliest. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs today approved an increase in minimum support price (MSP) for all mandated kharif crops for marketing season 2023-24. Briefing media in New Delhi, Union Minister Piyush Goyal said this year's increased MSP is the biggest in the last several years. The expected margin to farmers over their cost of production is estimated to be highest in case of bajra at 82%, followed by tur at 58%, soybean at 52% and urad at 51%. For the rest of the crops, the margin to farmers over their cost of production is estimated to be at least 50%. In Assam, a goods train carrying coal derailed near Singara railway station at 2:37 p.m. today. There was no injury or casualty in the incident. Chief Public Relations Officer of North East Frontier Railway said 13 bogies of the goods train coming from Ansasol to Detelia railway station near Guwahati derailed just after crossing the Singara station in Kamrup district. The train services between Guwahati to New Bongaigaon via Goalpara was affected and several trains diverted via Rangia. Senior officials are already at the site for early restoration of the section. Nagaland and the rest of the northeast region is likely to experience light to moderate rain in most places over the next few days. Regional Meteorological Center Guwahati warned that thunderstorm with lightning is also very likely to occur at isolated places across the entire region. Tomorrow, maximum temperature in the state capital Kohima will most likely be 28 degrees Celsius with a gradual dip over the next few days. Dimapur will have a maximum temperature of 34 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 24 degrees Celsius. And now to the news, here are the main points again. 2 men from Nagaland assaulted in Ahmedabad. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio laments incident as disturbing. Lok Sabha MP Tokheho Yepthomi pushes for boosting operations of state departments. Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change and Village Guards C.L. John calls for cooperation between village community and department. An advisor Z. Nyusietho Nyuthe emphasizes on need for students to change their outlook towards disaster. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.